Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. About a year ago, I showcased the most overkill terrain generator available for Minecraft. Since then, it's continued to receive updates, and recently made some changes to caves that are just unbelievable. So, a little recap just in case you've never glimpsed this data pack before. It is called JJThunder To The Max, and it provides, without a doubt, the most ridiculously huge terrain I've ever seen in this game. Mountains can reach 2,000 blocks tall, and that's from sea level, so just pure raw height. And the terrain isn't just tall, it's also really wide, so if you play with this mod, you'll be undertaking journeys that Frodo might decline. And it's not just the journeys that will take hours. Generating one of these worlds is an ordeal in itself. For example, this world I'm currently showcasing is the result of letting my laptop generate chunks at maximum speed for give or take 3 days straight. It's a pretty powerful laptop too, it's not a Chromebook or something. I could have sped up this process a bit if I let it run on my main computer, but you know, I'm usually using that. So just keep in mind that if you're gonna try this mod, you'll need to give it a lot of time for the most impressive results. And I suppose it goes without saying, generating chunks refers to distant horizons, as this data pack is practically useless without it, or similar mods. Anyway, since I last showcased this mod, the terrain has only gotten better, and as I mentioned before, the 0.6.0 update has introduced what are likely the most insane caves you'll ever see in Minecraft. They can be as tall as 500 blocks, which makes these caves over 100 blocks taller than an entire default generated world. And that's from bedrock to the absolute build limit. So, you know, really sticking to the overkill theme of this data pack. In fact, the listed number on the mod page that states around 500 blocks is kind of conservative. For example, this cave right here is about 1,300 blocks tall, so give or take 3.5 vanilla Minecraft worlds, which is, you know, kind of big. And something that might surprise you is the fact that cave entrances are actually pretty difficult to find with JJThunder. They're quite rare and honestly smaller than many vanilla cave entrances, but as you explore deeper, the caves continually expand until you reach one of these behemoths. And these caves are so large that shaders likely won't work quite right when used within them. Shadows will be cast near you as if you were outside, which makes sense considering the space these caves take up is larger than normal outside areas, which is crazy, it really is. And some shaders work better within these caves than others. Some of the best I've come across include Complementary with Euphoria Patches and Photon. While using Photon, there's several settings I've changed. For starters, sea level fog will be very visible. Perhaps you like this, perhaps you don't. And the shader gives you 3 options for this: 63, 4, and -60. And this is essentially going to work as a heavy, medium, and light fog button, so make a choice according to your preference. You can also turn off shadow mapping to fix the previously mentioned problem, but then you won't have shadows outside, so tough choice. I suppose you can just turn it off and on when need be. I've also turned down cave brightness and raised block light intensity. This will make the cave visuals just a little nicer. For complementary, I'm mainly using Euphoria this time around for its ability to change lava visuals. The lava presets can make the absolutely massive lava pools look significantly nicer. No more perfectly uniform orange glowing seas. Anyway, it's probably already very obvious that these caves are very large, but just to put it to scale, here's a perfectly normal ancient city, which is usually a fairly large and imposing structure, looking at comically small in one of these caves. There's just no other terrain generation mod on a scale like this one. So if you'd like to check out these gargantuan caves yourself, you'll need to find mountains large enough to contain them. So, you know, just locate some peaks and head underground. Also, if you are in fact using distant horizons, you may want to disable the setting cave culling. Otherwise, you'll see these massive pillars everywhere and you don't want that. Remember, be patient with this terrain generation if things are taking a while to load. JJThunder is pushing things to a very extreme level, and that comes with a price, that price being time. Anyway, let me know what you thought about this data pack and perhaps what you'd like to see from it in the future. And if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching.